Okay, question 7. How does the difference between Alice's point of view and the Queen's in paragraphs 24 to 25 affect the passage? And this is really interesting because if you remember, question number 1 was a point of view question as well. But obviously we have two characters who see things very differently. So I want to start by highlighting 24 through 25. I think this is a good time too to remind you of the footnotes. This is only a half link, so we don't actually have all of the questions that would go with this passage. Often you will find questions that will ask about the words down here in the footnote, and you might be, I've got to use context and I've got to figure it out, and you waste all of this time and you struggle, and the definition was there the entire time. Also, there's a reason that the test makers decided these footnotes needed to be there. So you need to know these words to be able to understand the passage. They know that that's why they provided them. So please never skip your footnotes. Okay, so I'm going to read above just a little bit. Alice looked round her in great surprise. Why, I do believe we've been under this tree the whole time. Everything's just as it was. Of course it is, said the Queen. What would you have it? Well, in our country, said Alice, still panting a little, you generally get somewhere else if you ran very fast for a long time, as we've been doing. A slow sort of country, said the Queen. Now here, you see, it takes all the running you can do to keep in the same place. If you want to get somewhere else, you must run at least twice as fast as that. So, again, the question is asking how the difference in their points of view affect the passage. So you can see we have A, it highlights the Queen's authority over Alice. B, it explains why Alice is nervous about her situation. C, it emphasizes the humor created by Alice's bewilderment. D, it creates a sense of distrust between the Queen and Alice. So and remember, this said, how does it affect the passage? So not even just the excerpt, but the passage would mean, the entire the whole excerpt that they've given us, not just 24 and 25. And it's how does the difference between them. How does that difference affect them? So first of all, we can eliminate D. It's incorrect. The Queen and Alice do not see reality the same way, but that does not create distrust between them in these paragraphs. We see that they kind of argue and that they kind of misunderstand each other a little, but we certainly don't see that they distrust one another. Let's take a look at A. It highlights the Queen's authority over Alice. Again, here they just see things very differently. They're kind of explaining, how the environments are different. The Queen has authority over Alice, but that's not highlighted by the difference in their point of view, especially in this passage. So it's between B and C. When we look at B, the difference between Alice's and the Queen's points of view highlights the strangeness of Alice's situation, but there's no evidence that she's nervous. We just can't find any to highlight to go with that answer, which means, click off of here, the answer needs to be C. It emphasizes the humor created by Alice's bewilderment. If you look at the mood here, it's not one of high tension, it's silly, it's humorous. And so you see here, we're not only looking at how their points of view are different, but we're looking at how that really does affect the mood here, and it creates this humorous mood.